started as a simple idea. Produce 1 million liters of oil in a single calendar year. No shortcuts, no handouts, just me, a line of credit, and a stretch of land here in Ray County, Missouri. The rules are simple. I've got 10 years to build an operation capable of doing the impossible. The first few months, I can't plant, I can't build. I can only take contracts. How well I do determines everything. My budget, my line of credit, and how far this dream can go. To hit the goal, I'll need 18 oil factories and more than 2 million liters of crops. Canola, sunflower, or even rice, we'll see. But there's a catch. If my net worth ever drops below zero, it's over. The bank freezes me out and I am forced to sell to stay alive. So here in Ray County, it's not just about farming anymore. It's about building an empire 1 liter at a time. This is the 1 million liter oil challenge. How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Ray County and the Oil Challenge. We have a corn contract that we're starting with right now on field number 32. The goal of today's episode is going to be getting through December to find out what the collateral is that we're going to have to be able to purchase our own land and take out a line of credit to help with that. Making our way over to the field right now. We do have a worker taking care of it for us, and we got some things to show you. We figured out better contracts. I'll show you in just a second once we get to the field. The deer blinds are always the nice touch here on these maps. Take a look at that. That's pretty cool. Right into this area here. Looks like a good spot to hang out and hunt. And I think we take our sharp right here and we'll get, whoop, lots of trees. There's our header trailer, so that means our field's right in front of us. Let's go ahead and open this up. I think they're going to be, yeah, they're 43% full so far. I don't see, okay, here's where they started. So we'll try to catch up to them and start unloading them. Pretty decent sized field here. This is one of Walter's fields, and we'll start talking about that here in a moment, but we're definitely going to keep targeting Walter because we did 2 of his contracts last episode, and I think I'm not going to be able to sneak next to them, am I? No, it's going to cause the pipe to hit. All right, that'll be tough. We'll have to manually do that. Let's take a look. So if we look at field 13, we do see a 10% discount right now with Walter. Let's go into contracts, and we can see right here it shows 2 jobs completed. On Noah, we did 1 job, so we'll have a 5% discount, and I believe it maxes out at 50. Once we buy a field, it should reset. So taking a look here right now, we do have about a $26,000 discount on field 32, but if we find another one of Walter's fields, like a smaller one, which is what we'll probably be targeting first, you know, it's only $3,100 off, but it does make it about a $28,000 field here on field 40. So how did I get this activated? Let's go into settings. Better Contract says its own section here in the settings, and we did activate it. I left everything as default, except for concurrent active contracts I set to 1. So just going with the default settings here, you can bust this up and, you know, make a bunch of money per contract, 14% or a bunch of percentages. We're going to stay at 5. And then number of discount affected jobs is 5. So we'll learn how that works. That tells me our max is going to be 25%, but we will figure that out as we go. Right now, the line of credit available to us is going to be $62,000, so we're trying to get that dollar amount increased today. And yeah, so I'm excited about that. We'll probably get moving through these contracts pretty quick in this video and not show a ton of the details, but I'll definitely show them as we go. And the time's supposed to be going, we're a cheater. So it is 1 o'clock right now. Let's actually run that. We're going to get it to like 1:40. And then go to regular time because I didn't have it running. Make that a little bit of a discipline action there. All right, I'm going to get busy, get this field done, and we'll see how many contracts in October we can do before we head to November. So what would be nice is if we could get 2 of these farm owners to have a good discount. So looks like Deadwood doesn't count towards it, which is good because that would be kind of cheaty, but there is this small cultivating one with Walter that we might grab later if we don't feel confident being able to get to this harvest on field number 49 here. So I'll check in with you in a little bit, let you know how things are going. Oh, and the turkeys are pretty cool. Have we looked at those yet? Let's get a closer view. Yeah, it's that time of year too. That's sweet. Well, just getting back and forth to here is going to be pretty time consuming, so I'm not sure if we're going to get another one done after this one today. Let's see if the dollar amount goes up. All right, nope, stop. All right, let's back up. It looks like we are in pit 1 this time. So let's try to learn that real quick. So the contract we have that is active is wanting to be dropped off at the Co-op Grain, which if we go to the map and we zoom in, Co-op Grain, and then, so it doesn't necessarily, I don't see anything to indicate which one's which. So we'll see on the next one. Let's see if this one is working correctly. Okay, so we made a little bit of cash, but not too much to mess up the contract, I don't believe. So the worker, let's check on them. They are not being helpful. So let's go ahead and stop them. That's unfortunate. Like I said, it's going to be a little bit of a rough one because of the proximity. There's no way through the trees. So if we look at the map, let's make it big. We got to go all the way up around here and around back to there. I could not find a cut through. Was tempted to make one myself, but I don't think that's the best course of action. So I want to kind of see if we do this. Let's hit H and let's see if we can say go to, I don't know if it's going to work on this, but we're going to go to like right here and see if that actually works. Yeah, target unreachable. I thought so. So we're going to try. This is going to go into the night, I imagine. Unfortunately, things I'm going to have to start looking at when we do contracts, but this one's just a little rough. I just could not find a way through the trees unless that's one right there. We'll try one shot at it. Lazy man prevails. Maybe. All right, what are we hitting here? Tree right there. We move to the right. Can we sneak through? Aha! Okay, that might do it. All right, let's get back to the harvest though, since the worker was confused. I think once we get the headlands done, we'll probably be able to get them to do the ups and downs successfully. I tried to hand them over here with no luck. So let's go ahead and switch this back. Get it all going here, lock into place. All right, we're back at it. Finishing this second headland. We should be able to get the full second headland done and start on the ups and downs before we have to go back. We are 22% done. I did not catch the transport number, so we'll see that next time. But that wasn't a full load, it was just 75% that I was trying to just get out of the way. But see you in a little bit. We have arrived to find out what we're gonna make off this contract. It's dark. I was trying to get this done by 8 o'clock, so we did pretty good here. Might be able to grab that cultivating contract in the dark. But let's see, hopefully by the time we get to that middle, we hit 100%. We're at 98% now. This one's gonna stop. It's gonna tell us 90% transported. Okay, so that's positive. This one in the middle's going in now. Not a full load on this last trailer. Got close, 93%. So this has got to put us over. Otherwise, we messed up somehow and left some corn on the ground. Oh, there we go. We got a 15% discount on future purchases from Walter now. And making a decent amount of cash right here. All right, let's get into the menu. And let's go ahead and collect that. Our balance is at 112,000. That is sweet. So now let's go back here and let's sort by person. Let's go to Walter. Cultivating is still there. Let's go ahead and borrow. We'll try to get this done. Did I not borrow? Did I not borrow items? That's not good. I swear I hit borrow. Now, what happens if I canceled that contract with Walter? Does that decrease my percentage off? It does not. All right, let's see. I don't think we can get that one done in time. So I don't know what happened there. So let's make it morning. Well, we're going to at least make it the next day. And sorting by profitability per minute. Like this harvesting one, then Walter has one that is 7,100, 18,000 here. I think we'll go with this one. We'll go borrow items, and that worked that time. Okay. Oh, I forgot I had the sales location moved to help me out. Well, that's not gonna help here. All right, it's hard to show you guys stuff at night, so we will get cracking on this. And if we get daylight before, like, is that, okay, I was like, that is not our best lights, but there we go. Did that grab enough? Magic fixed it. Perfect. All right, let's see. Where are we headed? Oh, not too far away from here. Big distance to sell stuff, so this one might take us a little bit more time. But for that sake, I might do this entire harvest with a worker so that I can just run the cart. How do we get out of here? All right, this is gonna be challenging at night. I'll see you guys in a little bit. At least the header size is huge here. We finally got over here, and I'm just gonna have a worker completely do this, and we're gonna have to run to the store or the delivery spot. And it is pretty much as far as we can get. And I'm going to have to figure out what the right routes are because I don't understand the field access here. It's a little confusing. Like the main road is over here. It looks like there should be a little cut across. Like this is the dealership. So I think there's an entrance right here. Can we see this on the map? I think this is access here, access there. But maybe we come across this field and we'll just go all the way up to here. Yeah, I think that'll work. Pretty rough. Kind of hoping they're going to get around the whole headland, but I don't think they're gonna. And I don't know if we can squeeze next to them to unload them with how close the trees are. So we'll have to help the AI. Doing it regular AI, not Courseplay here. Of Courseplay might have been a better choice. Let's see if we can sneak right here right now. Yeah, big header. Had a feeling. We gonna hit this tree? We did. Gosh dang. All right, it's gonna be a rough one. It's gonna be a rough one. We'll get by though. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Probably when it's daylight. Nighttime harvests on this map might be hard to do. We do have the worker still going. Let's see if we can get our flashlight out here. I think we're gonna let the worker finish and then I'm gonna have to come around and go at different angles. There's lots of hills here, so a flexible header is probably gonna be required when we start getting to that point for us. You can see they just went on a normal pass here and all of that's kind of hard to see, but all of that was missed. And I'm thinking we're gonna have to come in at this angle and do little passes at it. A little rough. Like, I don't even know what they're doing right now. Maybe they're turning around. Get out of their way. We're going to try to unload them and get this full so we can go in and deliver it. It's about 80% full now. We've done one trip so far. I believe we're going to need this full one more time after this to complete the contract. So kind of hoping we get to daylight soon. Shouldn't be too long before the sun starts rising. 4:30 in the morning already. Just a little rough at night, guys. Let's take this in, see how close this gets us to the transportation percentage. There's a pass through right here. It's gonna go over a creek, but we should be able to power through it. And then we cut through field 48. Oh, come on, come on. Let's try turning a little bit, try to get a little bit more grip. I'm turning the front tires back and forth. You can do it. Just turn it to the right. All right. Whew, that was almost a disaster. Yeah, we'll just go straight north in this field, and then we connect into field 28, and there's a road right there that takes us over. So that'll be the quickest route. Unfortunately, we're driving through people's yards, through people's crops, because we can't see what we're doing to see if there's enough room on the outside of the fields. And it does seem, my one gripe so far, and I haven't seen all the fields, but a lot, well, this looks like an open pasture here. A lot of them do seem to not have a lot of room to maneuver around the headlands. So we'll be picking our field strategically. Our first few fields here. And our dirt road starts right here, so we should be good the rest of the way. Gosh, I can't see anything. Not a lot of moonlight. It is kind of, I don't think I want it. Do I want to be up here? Yeah, I do. I think it's because it's overcast. There's the moon, but not a lot of moonlight on this map. The harvester is already full. That happened last time too. This is our second time delivering, and I'm hoping to see this at about 70%. 76. Okay, that makes me feel better. So not a complete load this next time. So we should only have to get here one more time. Wish me luck. It's tough. And the morning fog is starting to roll in. Let's go ahead and loop around and get them unloaded here. And this will probably be the last nighttime clip we show, at least today. Wow. Yeah, definitely gonna have to get all those missing pieces after they get done, but let's get them unloaded, back on their way. Let's look at the map. That'll probably be the best way. Come over here. We can see what's left. Yeah, so I'll have to get those middle spots. I'll let them finish the rest. Actually wondering, they'll probably be close to being able to do that without needing unloaded. So we'll see. But yeah, I'll see you at the end of this harvest. 6:12, and we've made it over here. Let's see what happens. Gotta get to daylight though. That was brutal. See the grain? It's going in there. 20% discount with Walter now. Money is up to 118 before turning in the contract. Let's get that turned in and accepted and collected. And we're sitting at 133. So right now, let's do a little update for you guys. If we went in to get the line of credit right now, we would get another 106,000. So that puts us close to $250,000. Tracking well. See how high we can get this. Net profit cultivating. We're absolutely going to do that. We're going to borrow. And I am going to head over to that field and get going. All right, that bugged. It did not give us the equipment again. Okay, I did it real slow that time. So what we're gonna do here, I'm not taking the loss on this. We're gonna cancel that. And when we collect, I'm giving myself back the $400 and the other 400 that I didn't last time. Because I thought I made a mistake, but I did not. Okay, so that changes the plans. That's okay. Plowing, I don't want to do that. I'll grab this cultivating one though. We'll borrow items. And cultivating, it's just not giving us the items. Oh boy. You know, there was a plan. I'm restarting the game to see if it helps, but there was a plan we're not able to execute because of map difficulties. Let's try one more of these. Okay, it did give us that one. I don't know, maybe restarting helped, but I'm gonna get it to daylight now. That's enough for me just to be able to see. And let's get it back to ×5 so we don't lose much time. I was really hoping to get to 200,000, but it's seeming like that's going to be a little rough now at this point. We can kind of see where we're going, so let's try to figure out the route. My guess is we want to head north. Oh yeah, signs on this map you can run into. No Creeks Farm did a great job with this map. I'm excited to get to know it a little bit better so that I don't feel frustrated. And it's just trying to learn a map at night is terrible, but it is a gorgeous map. Learning these back roads is definitely going to be key to getting around. But once we're not doing a ton of contracts, I think it'll be a little bit easier to handle. I don't like driving around with a map this big, but it seems to be required a little bit. Though between now and December, I think it is in our best interest to get that 5th job of Walters finished. So we'll try to find one that's maybe a lower cost one that we feel like we can get done real quick. That would, you know, has the ability here. We do have a $7,000 harvest that we might tackle here. But let's get this cultivation contract underway and completed before we even think about that. And we're probably going to have to target Walter's smallest field. I think that's going to be our best course of action for getting started here. A blind in the middle of the field. I love it. We're going to turn and take a look at that and cut through the field if we can find the opening. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to keep a budget for a chainsaw. Looks like there is a road here at the end of the map that we can take over to field 10. Yeah, this blind we're coming up on, that's sweet. I guess it's not in the middle of the field. I thought it was farther that way, but that's pretty awesome. Let's go ahead and unfold it because we're about to get started here. Okay, so we're started 1% now. And let's see what speed override's gonna allow us. Remember, I made my rule that the kilometer amount is what I will be using. So what that means is the suggested speed here is definitely kilometers and it's the default value. And so I've always used it as a little rule of thumb for myself to be able to cheat. I just like getting stuff done quicker. So that's how I use speed override. But 5% done. Let's stay focused. Let's get this done. Hopefully we can get a couple more contracts in before we hit December. So the beginning of this series is going to be a little stale. Not stale, but a little repetitive with all these contracts. And then once we get past this phase and get to our own farm, I think it's going to be a blast. All those decisions we're going to have to make, we're going to have to make really wise decisions to make sure we're progressing correctly. It should be fun. 95% done, just about to finish this one up, 9 o'clock still, so making great time. These cultivating ones might be worth focusing on if we can get the equipment to spawn. But I might do this time is save the game, try the next contract, and if it doesn't spawn, we'll reload and see if that fixes it. I think it might have been the sales location moving and not enough room for the equipment to spawn where I had the sales or the store location. So maybe, possibly, that might have been what was causing that. That's why I restarted the game and this one worked. So 98%, let's get it. Let's get it on this pass. Come on, give us that 100. Perfect. All right, so we get 5% with Katie now. We turn this in for another 15 grand. And let's see what we have here for, we're just gonna go straight up revenue right now. All right, let's try. It worked. And I believe field 5 is one we've worked on before, so should be able to find our way over there pretty easily. Yeah, it's pretty nice that these cultivating contracts are showing up in November and December instead of having to wait till spring. It helps us out with getting to that dollar amount, and I think we're gonna get relatively close to where we wanna get. I don't know if we'll get all the way there though. And away we go. Should be pretty good. This one we're gonna just top out at 14 probably because of the tractor, but that's all right. Not a bad field. I kind of like this. Kind of want to see how much this one costs. 310. Yeah, that's even with a discount. That we just wouldn't be able to buy any equipment. We can lease, just we got to be careful. Just about to hit noon and getting another contract done here. We're going to be able to turn around and finish it. I believe this next pass is going to be, well, it'll be close, but we're almost there. And that'll satisfy 5 jobs for Walter, I believe. So we'll start looking at who we should attack next to get their discount as high as possible. And that should free us up to get 3 fields eventually at 25% off, which sounds amazing. And 100% done. Walter's discount is 25%. And another 20, this is a good one, $27,000. That puts us up to 176. All right, let's look in here. Let's go by farmer. Nothing with Ben, nothing with David. We have 1 with Katie. And then Noah. Like, do we do these stone picking and then a tiny harvest? And that would get us to 15%. I think we're going to. I don't remember if we can sell the stones, but we will figure that out. I think we can. I just don't know if we make much money off of it. So hopefully this one's worth it. Honestly wanted to do this to really mix things up for me too. So we're gonna head straight south and then west. This should be that skinny field that we saw at the very bottom. Shouldn't take too long to do this at all. We should be able, I'm hoping we get 2 more contracts in after this at minimum. Dude, guys, the thing I thought about when I started this was, will I get all the way through December before I just call it? I'm fighting. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'm ready to start building our own farm. Contracts are not the most exciting thing for me, and I just, you know, I think it's a cool way to start a series though. Gotta weave through the trees to get to this field apparently. We will not be eyeing this one to buy because of the proximity to roads, but this one we're absolutely going to send on a worker, get this truck going. We'll probably take over once we get there, but I just want to get all the equipment to the contract location, and then we'll have to check if there's a stone location to sell these on the map, and if there's not, then we'll just need to find somewhere to dump them. Working with's not terrible on the stone picker, so being a tiny skinny field, we did work on this once already, so this will be, it's nice to see these same fields over and over again. How's this filling up? Very slow. Let's go ahead and take over now. We'll set the cruise control to 15 here, and we'll get this one done. I'll report back, guys. I'll see you in a bit. All right, so this is done. I think with better contracts, it does look like it'll let us finish and get all the stones, but let's go and see if it even feels worth it. So the co-op is where we'll be selling this, and we're gonna head straight north and try to weave through some trees and see if we can figure out a route there. It's a little more open. I mean, daylight does help. We can see where the openings are. And here's a dirt road that we might just want to, well, it's going to start taking us the other direction, so that's not ideal, but it does have a little break. Okay, so go this way, and then this, I think I see an opening. Maybe we go this way so we can weave through a little bit better. Seems safe. Got through that one. Ooh, learning the tricks. This one's going to be a little more dicey right here. Let's weave that way. And we should be able to just turn left now. Almost. Oh, all right. We see the co-op. Looks like it is pit 1. Yeah, it's not worth it. All right, let's turn in the contract. All right, we are at 184, and that should put us pretty good with Noah. That's 2 jobs. Whoa, that didn't count. Baffled. Thought that would get us at 3. All right, I think we do want to look at net profit here. Another cultivating, we got a harvesting. I'm bored of contracts. Let's grab this one. I think this will be our yeah, we'll do the cultivating one. That didn't work. Okay, cancel that. We're gonna collect it. We're gonna get our $400 back. Oh gosh, guys. I don't get it. I don't get it. Maybe it's certain equipment. You guys are probably noticing the pattern that I'm not. Let's go ahead and borrow these items. And they did work, okay. Oh boy, at least the proximity is pretty close, just right across the way here. Should be a quick little harvest here. And away we go. Field number 47. See you on the other side. Well, I'm a big doofus. I just went over my whole plan with you guys. We did finish the corn contract. We do have $204,000. We're sitting by a river right now. Let's make it daytime. We're going to December. Let's make it so we can see me. I am 100% giving myself back the $304 for property maintenance. We don't have a property. That's wrong. I want that money. All right, let's see. This is the plan. We're thinking about field 19. If we went to purchase it, it would be $92,000. Where I am right here, there's plenty of trees because we're going to go all in. There's going to be no limitations on what we can make money off of on this series. Just the end goal has its, specific type of product. So lots of trees there. They also have a Walter Field here that we could re-earn the discount if we need to. And then 20 as well. So we could grab this whole corner eventually. Right now we would be able to apply for a $163,000 line of credit, which we'll probably get that up to a little bit more next episode. I wanted to get through December today, but it's dragging on a little bit too long. I want to get this video out to you guys and get us rolling at a good cadence. Thanks for hanging out. I'm Socksway Up. I'll catch you on the next episode.